Okay, hi, morning everyone. Okay, so hari ini saya akan teruskan dengan tajuk yang baru. So saya harap anda dah sabit nota yang diberi sama ada semalam, malam tadi ataupun this morning, alright? Okay, right. So for this is our last topic and also in our last chapter. Alright, so hope we can finish this maybe tomorrow, at least tomorrow, because I want you to do a practice for your exercise. Alright, to check whether you understand or not. Because we just do the class in online, right? When I check your mark, when I mark your exercise, some of you not really understand how to solve it properly. Right, so the previous exercise, I hope for those that have a mistake, you can watch the video and check which part that you don't understand. But please do not practice. If you do in an exam, the shortest method, I am worried you will do also in an exam, right? So when I mark your work, so uh, I will state do not do a very short simple method. Alright, so we go to the new topic, which is a converse of Pythagoras theorem. Alright, so what is a converse Pythagoras theorem? Means we must determine whether the triangle that given to you is a right angle triangle or not. Alright, so you can see in the diagram they have three different type of a triangle. Alright, if you see, alright, if the diagram have the measurement of the length, you just see which part is the uh, or if have the angle or have the measurement of side. If you see the longest one, we can assume the longest side is the hypotenuse. If not, sometimes it will you need to check whether the triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, how you want to check the triangle? We must use, or you need to use the formula that we already learned before. Alright, which is we assume hypotenuse is C, right? Right, the hypotenuse is C. C and A is the other side. Right. So we by using the formula that we learned before, which is A square plus B square equals C square. So by using this formula, or A square plus B square square root equals C. This one also same because the square the power of 2 I give to other side. Okay, alright, so we can use both formula to define whether the triangle is right angle triangle or not. Right, so I hope you must remember that. But please make sure define first which side is the hypotenuse. Then we know, right, the formula that we want to use. Okay, alright, so the first one, if we define the angle of C, alright, sorry, the line, if we define the length of C smaller than A square plus B square, mean the side, the angle opposite to the side C is a acute angle. Okay, why you must know this one? Sometimes the question asks you to define, to give a reason. Okay, so you must know this the basic one, right? If you see, you get C, the length of side C, smaller than A square plus B square means the opposite angle is the acute angle. Okay, alright. So next one, okay, if you get C Right? C square larger than AC square plus B power of 2 means the angle opposite of the side C obtuse angle. Okay, and the last one, if you get the value of C square, same with the A square plus A square, sorry, A power of 2 plus B power of 2, B square here, then means we get the right angle triangle. This one is a very important formula to in this chapter Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we see the example here. Okay, over let's see the example here. So you write down, right? Okay, the question asks you to determine whether each triangle below is a right angle triangle or not. Okay, so in the example already given to you the measurement of the side. So you just see which side that have the longest one, mean that one is the hypotenuse. But if the question state, maybe the question are given to you. Alright, determine whether each triangle below is a right angle triangle, which QP is the hypotenuse. If that is already given to you, if not, you just see which one is the longest side, mean that one is your hypotenuse. Alright, like this one not stick to you. Which one is the hypotenuse? You just see the longest side because not state to you which part is the hypotenuse. Right? Same like example B here. The longest side is the hypotenuse. We assume the longest side is the hypotenuse because this one should determine whether the triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Okay. Alright, after we determine which part is the longest side or hypotenuse, so find first what value that you will get. Alright, for the hypotenuse square. Alright, so PR square equals 51 square. You will get 2601. Alright, then we find the E square plus B square means PQ square plus QR square equal 24 square plus 45 square. You will get 2601 also. So we can define ataupun we can select PR square same value with the PQ square plus QR square. Hence, the triangle of PQR is the right angle triangle and the value angle of PQR here is the right angle. Right angle means what? 90 degrees. Okay, means 90 degrees. Right. The next one, example B here. Okay, BT we already assume as the longer side means as a hypotenuse. So find first the value of BT square here. You will get 1521. So that one we assume as T square. Right, then plus both sides here. 35 square plus 14 square. You will get 1421. Okay, so we can say that BT square here not equal with the PU square plus UV square. Means the triangle of TUV is not right angle triangle. Okay, or you depend on you if you want to say the triangle or the angle of TUV because this we assume is a hypotenuse. So the opposite you can see angle of TUV smaller than sorry okay, so you can see the value of TUV is larger than sorry, angle of TUV is an obtuse angle because the value of C square or the value of BT square larger than value of CU square plus UV square, right? If you want to add the information here, right? So that one is how you want to determine whether the triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Alright, very important. Just remember, must use the formula. Okay, if you not use the formula, so you will do a mistake. Okay, alright. So don't worry. Siapa yang tertinggal nanti, please watch the video. I will attach the video later. Alright, I give you the link later. Okay. Right. Okay. So I hope you understand. This is a very sometimes can have in a exam. Alright. So please remember this one. Okay. So what about if the question in a problem solving? Alright. Problem solving of Converse of Pythagoras Theorem. You must define whether the rectangle is have a right angle triangle or not. Okay, we have a 90 degree. All right. So this is we call it as a problem solving. All right. We use in our surrounding situation. Okay. So you can read at here. Right. Johan is instructed to make a photo frame. Photo frame is the dimension as shown in the diagram. He wanted to know if the frame is a rectangular shape. Means we know the rectangle is like this one. Okay, rectangle. Each angle of the rectangle is a 90 degree, right? Okay, so Miss, we assume he wants to find this one. Okay, must know whether the measurement that given in the diagram can construct, okay, can make the frame rectangular shape or not. Okay, so given to you, the length is a 14.8 cm with 8.6 cm. Diagonal, you can read in the text here, 17 cm. So what you need to find? Frame, whether the frame is rectangular shape or not. So how you need to find? Use the formula. The longest side is the hypotenuse, means the diagonal is the hypotenuse. So you need to plus both side at here, but don't forget to power off to each side here. Right, so BD square equal AB square. Right, we assume like this one. I just take out the measurement of a triangle to define. Okay, plus AD square. If you do not want to use AB, AD, you want to use BC and CD, can also depend on you which side that you want to use, but do not forget to label. You must label the formula. Okay, BD square 17 square equal 8.6 square plus 14.8 square. Why? Because the length and the width. Okay, then plus this one no need to plus because this one only in the other side is only one value, but another side here they have a two value here, so you must plus. But when you solve this one, we can see, all right, 289 do not have the same value or not equal with the 293. Okay, so we can say the rectangle, this frame is not rectangular shape, right? We can say CD square not equal with the AB square plus AB square. Hence, the angle of A not equal with the 90 degree and the frame is not rectangular shape. So you can state like that. So to form the rectangular photo frame, the correct length of the diagonal is 17.12 cm. How get it? Means AB square plus AD square. Tadi awak dapat 293, right? So to find BB only, the power of 2 bring to other side. It will become the square root. So BD equal 17.12 cm, means the correct diagonal should be 17.12 cm. It's not 17. Then we'll get the exactly the frame in a rectangular shape. Okay, so when the question asks you, needs you to define the justification, give your reason, so you must show the complete ways and you must explain everything. Okay. Alright. So I hope you must understand this one. Alright. So, okay, but before that, I just also remind you what is very important in this chapter, right? So I just write down at here. You no need to write down this one, but as your reminder, and you must remember this one. Alright. So we already learned the Pythagoras theorem. This one. Okay. A, B, C. So if this one is your right angle triangle, the opposite of a right angle triangle is your hypotenuse. Okay, the formula that you need to remember: C square equals A square plus B square. Okay, what if? Okay, or C equals square root A square plus B square. Okay, what if you need to find the value of A? So this one, many of you uh, put at the wrong place. Okay, if you want to find either this leg or this side on this side, the formula will become like this. Okay, if you want to find A, oh, this one not there. Okay, if you want to find the length of A or B, the formula will become like this. So this is one, number two. Okay, A square equals C square minus B square, or A equals square root of C square minus B square. Right, and the third one, you want to find the side of B square or B square equals C square minus A square, or C equals square root of C square minus C square. Right, why this one is so very important? Because many of you write down, you want to find another side, your formula become like this: B square or B equal A square minus C square. If you do like this, you will get the negative value. You will get negative value. Okay. So how it will become like this? Alright. Please check. When you bring to other side, A square, this is a positive, right? Become to other side, it will become minus. Same like B also. When you bring to other side, it will become minus. So minus put at the back. Okay, it's not negative. It's not C become negative. So this one you must do it properly. Okay, if you want to write down this one also can. Okay, to make you understand. Alright, this one to find hypotenuse. But sometimes you need to find another side. Alright, the measurement of other side. So both here you need to use. Okay, the below here you can use. Okay, but if the question don't tell you, alright, the value until what decimal places, the maximum decimal places that you can use is 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places. Okay, you should know this one already. Okay, when the question asks you to find something and do not state until what decimal places, maximum is either 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places. Right? But if the question already given to you how many decimal places that you need to find the answer, it's easy for you. But if not, you only write down between both here. If you want to write down one, can also, but for me it's not very accurate lah. Okay, so depend on you. Because many of you give to me answer that have more than 5 decimal places. So kalau exam macam tu salah walaupun dalam calculator awak macam tu. So you just count off until 3 decimal places or 2 decimal places. Right, so I hope you remember this one. Okay, so for today, alright, your work only to write down the notes and understand carefully how to define the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Alright, so I will give the exercise for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow sebab kita sebenarnya dah habis. Right, so this is the last one. Alright, so A dah habis kan. Alright, so tomorrow kita akan buat exercise, but I will explain also uh, exercise yang semalam saya bagi. Okay, I'm not sure whether in a Google Meet or video. Okay, alright. Tapi kalau video tolonglah awak dah tulis, cikgu saya dah tengok. Sebab saya nak bagi markah. Siapa yang dah tengok komen pada YouTube, saya nak bagi markah SSTM di mana anda mengatakan saya dah lihat video tersebut. Okey, yang dah siap tugasan memang saya bagi markah. Hadir dalam Google Meet saya dapat markah. Okey, so tolong buat.
Teacher,
Aja je.
if before this teacher didn't ask to comment, but we already watch means never mind.
Yang tu memang saya tak bagi, saya dah tak bagilah, tapi jangan risaulah sebab you dah hantar tugasan apa semua saya dah bagi memang markah lah. Okey. Sebab tu hari tu saya kata tolong komen. So siapa yang komen tu saya bolehlah tengok. Tapi tolong komen kalau awak pakai parent punya cikgu dan saya bagi tahu. Alright, so next time tolong komen video cikgu saya dah lihat, saya Kiran, saya Sarvin semua. Alright, so mention sekiranya anda tidak menggunakan ID anda. Alright, sebab saya nak bagi markah ni, nak tolong awak bagi markah SSDM. Alright, boleh? So I hope lepas ni tolong buat. Okay, so attendance saya dah ambil untuk hari ni. Kalau attendance Google Meet dah ambil, yang macam ni, tak apa. Okay, siapa yang dah hadir kelas saya tak payahlah tengok video. Sebenarnya video ni more kepada yang tak hadir. Saya nak tolong sebenarnya mungkin bertindih kelas dengan adik-beradik yang lain. Okey, siapa yang dah hadir tidak perlu komen video YouTube. Tapi kalau contoh penerangan exercise yang saya tak buat Google Meet, penerangan exercise, you tengok, then you komen lah. Cikgu saya dah tengok, saya